Hey everybody, I was going to talk today a little bit about, oh, Leah's walking right through the water. I was going to talk a little bit today about a book I've been reading. It's called Wild at Heart by John Eldredge. And it's a lot about being brave and adventurous and not just, not just doing what everybody else does. It's kind of seems like the common theme of what I talk about, but it's called Wild at Heart, and I'm just about done with it, but this last chapter really seemed to put it all together. And he talked a lot about, well, a lot like what I've said earlier too, what God's calling you to do, and accepting that, and just don't be scared to do it. Like, it's gonna be super hard and you just gotta go. And a lot of times in my life, I know I'm being it's hard to say, I know I'm being called to do things if it's simple things, not even hard things, but just simple things, like to say hi to the person in the grocery store, or to stop on the other day my neighbor was out. I've seen him probably twice since I've lived out here, and out to get his garbage can. And I drove past him. I got about a quarter mile down the road. I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, why didn't you stop and say hi? He was literally 10 feet away. And I regret that stuff. And part of this journey of life, I'm trying to just slow down, to just be. Like, be in the moment. If I would have been thinking straight at that point in time, I feel I would have stopped, said hi, made small talk. And you never know. He's went through some difficult times here in the last couple of years. He maybe would have needed that. And now it's too late now. I just went by. Obviously next time I'm gonna definitely try to make a point to stop. But like that book, John Eldredge, he just talks about, like, it's gonna be super difficult. It's gonna be really difficult doing the stuff we're called to do. It always is. Like, going to your 9-to-5 easy job is always the easiest, but we're called to be adventurous. I believe, like, God calls us to be adventurous and take risk. And I always say the American way, but maybe it's the worldly way, is just that easy 9-to-5 job with bennies and all that is always the easy way, with benefits and health insurance. And yeah, it sounds great, but is it adventurous? Is it what God's calling you to do? Are you growing? Or are you just going about your day to day and just, your brain's just rotting away if you're not straining it? What you doing, buddy? Playing in the river. We came down here today to do a little fishing. We caught quite a few fish over there, and obviously over here we weren't catching much, so the kids resorted to throwing rocks in the water, which is just fine. So I'm gonna let them do that, and then they want to go back and try a different spot and head back home. But the kids, if you watch what kids do, they're always adventurous naturally. The only time a kid is not adventurous, I feel, and wild at heart, is when the parents stop them from doing that. They're always, let's just go over this way and watch. I could be yelling at them now to stop getting muddy, don't get wet, be careful, you're gonna fall in. And they probably will fall in. Lee already fell in twice today. But it doesn't matter. Like, who cares? Be adventurous, let your kids be adventurous. And sometimes I feel the parents need to take more lessons from the kids than the kids from the parents. In today's society, they're the only ones that seem to be living life and having fun. And obviously God doesn't call us just to play and have fun, but being adventurous in life doesn't necessarily mean that we're playing. Being adventurous might be, could mean anything. Taking on that job that you should do, but it pays less, and your family's going to be a little strapped, but it's what God is calling you to do. That can be adventurous. So anyways, I wanted to talk about that book. It's Wild at Heart by John Eldredge. It's an awesome book. I think I got just a few pages left, but it's a great book. If you get a chance, read it. Talk to you tomorrow.